sat there, watching as each steaming breath disappeared into the cold night air. If anyone had seen me, they would surely have thought me mad. "Charlie Fiend's the name," I would have said. "I may be poor, but I sure as hell ain't cold." After that first night, I took to the streets like a drunk takes to the bottle. I swallowed them up. I drank in every step until the few short miles I'd plotted no longer satisfied my ferocious appetite. I needed more, and my legs delivered. One night, without warning, they took me off course and carried me far afield. They hurled me down seedy back lanes, over bridges, and into the lights of the city itself. I was unstoppable. Whooping and hollering, I dodged drunks and played with cars. I jumped over puddles and raced alongside grinding trams. For hours I ran until my body burned and the shirt on my back was wet. Then somehow, after all the twists and turns, my legs found their way back to Cubit Street and slowed to a walk. Shuffling towards home, away from the magic of the city and its spells, a horrible burning pain moved into my feet as my father's boots tore the skin from my toes. Left, right, left, right, left, right. He had given me the boots as I sat for the last time on his bed and listened to the wheeze and cackle in his chest. After all those years, that was all he had to give. Over the following months, those shoddy boots tasted the dirt and grime of many streets. True, it was the warmth I sought each night I headed out. It was the prickle of skin and the sweat on my brow. But soon there was something more. The sleazy streets seduced me, and like a moth to the flame, I gladly surrendered. At school, I quickly grew bored with my books. I abandoned my seat at the front and joined the daydreamers down the back. I dreamt of Burke Street with its flashing theatre signs, bijou and gaiety, and the sly grog joints and brothels of Little Lonsdale. I had no interest in mathematics or comprehension any more. Nothing stirred in my head when Mrs. Nagel gave us a verse from the school reader. The street was my classroom now, and I was a student eager to learn. Chapter 2. So then, it may come as little surprise when I tell you that I headed not to the school on the day I left my ma on the front porch. I turned right instead and made my way to Darlington Parade for an appointment with Squizzy Taylor. I knew Darlington Parade well, and after a short walk I found myself outside number 18. I rapped on the door and waited. "Charlie Fiend," I said to the familiar face that answered. It was Dasher Heaney. "I've an appointment to see Mr. Taylor." "You're the last of them," replied Dasher. "Come through. Mr. Taylor will be with you shortly." To my surprise, 3 other boys of similar age to myself were waiting nervously in the front room. I sat and said nothing. From his pocket, Dasher retrieved a bright red sash and tossed it into my lap. "Giddy up, Charlie Fiend." I looked around at the others and noticed each one of them wore a different coloured sash. Blue, green, yellow. I followed suit and slipped the red sash onto my right arm. Somewhere inside the house, a door opened to the sound of laughter and clinking glass. Not long after, the tiny frame of Squizzy Taylor appeared at the door. He was dressed for an outing in a black overcoat with velvet collar, bowler hat, fawn gloves, and pointed leather shoes. In his right hand he carried a cane with a silver knob. "Morning, lads," he smiled, flashing a gold tooth. I sat terrified as he moved into the room with Dasher Heaney by his side. "Christ, they ain't exactly what you'd call thoroughbreds, Dasher," he said, inspecting us. "On your feet, lads, if you will." As he walked down the line, Squizzy gave us the once-over. Blue, green, yellow, then red. I tell you, it was as if he'd just stepped into the mounting yard on race day. He stopped in front of me and looked down at my boots. "Have you ever seen so many holes before, Dasher?" "Indeed I have, Squiz. In the prosecution's case when they tried to fix..."